Why is it every time I start the video, there's somebody driving by with loud tires? And they're a mile away and it's that loud. Oh, good, they're turning. All right, Egg, you ready? Let's get it started, okay? Hey, it's Brain Muffin back with a beer review out here on my back porch that's slowly getting finished. And normally I have my phone and I'll check this beer into Untap when I review it, even if I've already had it. But my phone's now recording. Somewhere I've got a GoPro, and I said this on a previous video and I still haven't found it. Or something. Maybe Egg, I think it's in that box that I just moved the other day. But anyway, I know I've already opened it and because I'm so out of sorts. So it's like my third one this year. I'm so behind, it's ridiculous. Picked up some new subscribers. Hello to the staff at Black Bear Wine and Liquors, or Wine and Spirits. You know, I know it's Black Bear something downtown. But I picked up this from 21st Amendment Brewery. It is a pumpkin Indian Pale Ale. So there's a pumpkin haze IPA, which you can see on the side, which I thought was very interesting. And had I not opened it, I would show you a little bit more leaning sideways. So I'm going to do something a little different. I know last video I did a couple videos with founders and then I did some and I lost the video. Somewhere I've got a third review. I don't know where it is. At least I think I recorded a third review. So stick around for the after credits. There's going to be a post-credit scene that's more than just some filler crap. There's going to be some of that too, because I'm going to have a surprise with this. So it is the time of year that pumpkin spice is in the air, and the women have their pumpkin spice lattes, and the men, or well, women, the beer drinkers have their pumpkin beers. So I saw this and I thought, because normally the pumpkin beers are some kind of pumpkin ale. They're like imperial, they're big, they got high alcohol content. They're barrel aged. One of my favorites, a barrel aged one from the Kentucky brewery. But a hazy IPA, huh? Now last year my daughter and I reviewed the Taft Ale House Pumpkin Pie Ale, which was pretty good, and we did Pie a la Mode, which was not, it was okay. It was a better idea than it was a result. So the Haze IPA. Now I'm kind of backwards and forwards on the hazy IPA. I know there were milkshake IPAs. I mean, they took IPAs to technically areas that are no longer IPAs. They're not hoppy, they're not hop bombs, they're not big in alcohol. They're just pale ales, really. But because they don't have any caramelization. I don't know how you have an IPA without caramelization, among other things. So I'm trying to see what the percentage of alcohol is on here. It's 12 ounces, I know that. And anyway, and then my favorite glasses, one of them's dirty and my wife broke the other one. She blamed it on the dishwasher, but she broke it. So as you can, maybe you can see, I don't know, it's got haziness in it, right? It almost looks like it's got stuff floating in it. It's kind of hard to see, but I can see it on my side. I don't know if I turn it, I can see it all the way around. But it has that fruity haziness that it's kind of hard to describe. It's fruitiness, but it's like a juiciness, almost like you're really, and it's just kind of a generic citrus, right? But you inhale deeply and you get a little bit of pumpkin. And you get a little bit of that hint of a pumpkin pie type of thing with the spices and the things that you'd come to expect. Hey chickens! The new chickens are out, wandering around. They haven't quite gotten to be one flock yet, but they're getting there. And I did a video the other day of the dogs and the chickens all eating corn. I threw a bunch of stuff out there, and the dogs are well behaved so far, but none of the chickens have tried to peck them. George was the one that kind of scared him last year. Back in about March, George finally had a true come to Jesus moment, and he went to meet his maker. But what I like about this beer is it has hints of several things. It has hints of a hazy IPA. It has hints of the citrusiness you would get from a real, we'll say a regular IPA. And it has hints of those pumpkin beers that you get right now, but nothing is like in your face, that's all you get. And I like the balance. I like how it just kind of flows. Mid-mouth, it's kind of that allspice. I don't know what they've got in here, but a lot of what people associate with pumpkin pie is actually allspice. And there's a couple other spices that you could have in your cabinet. I accidentally mixed some spices many years ago doing Indian cooking, and I made what my daughter called pumpkin chicken. I was going for butter chicken, but somehow I swerved into something else, the cloves and everything else. Nutmeg, and that's what you get here. You get this hint of citrus, hint of pumpkin, hint of nutmeg, or allspice, something in it. I've never made a pumpkin pie, so I have no clue what's in it. All I know is my mother, I think it's Libby's, she gets the can, she follows the recipe on the back. My grandfather always said it's the best pumpkin pie he's ever had. My mom's name is Mary. She said, Mary, I know what you do. And she's like, I just followed the directions on the back of the can. So, and let's toast my neighbors and I don't know if they're neighbors, are probably going to the lake, probably coming back from the lake this time of day. I don't have, most of my neighbors are this direction. There's a few out there you can see, but that ridge line is 2 miles. The top of it in a straight line according to Google. But it has, it's got good head retention. You can swirl it back to life. Of course, this is I really like Unibrow, several of their beers. Some of the ones they don't make anymore or even sell in this country, I had many years ago. But technically, this is not the kind of, well, you know what? This glass does kind of work with this beer. So I think when I tacked into Untappd yesterday, I said it was interesting, and I had this with something that I'm going to do in another video. And this is like a 3.75 to me. It's like almost a 4, and maybe I'm being persnickety to give it that 4. I would love to see an Imperial version of this. I know Imperial Hazy IPA is kind of a thing, but there's a lingering bitterness that, to me, knocks everything off balance. And I would like to see a bigger alcohol presence. That's why I'd like to see an Imperial version of this, just to see how it balances out. But other than this bitterness, it kind of comes up a little bit very late. It's like well after you've had it. So if you're having this with something else and eating, pairing this with food would be interesting, because to me, it does have a place at the Thanksgiving table. But while I like turkey, I think this is one of those beers that a baked turkey isn't going to do. You got to have a deep fried turkey. Peanut oil, deep fried turkey. That slight difference in taste would help with this. And I don't like cranberries at all, but I could definitely see having cranberries with this. As part of the meal, right? The mashed potatoes, corn, whatever, green beans, whatever you eat for Thanksgiving. It also has enough, in my view, just a touch of sweetness. I know I said there's bitterness late, but mid-mouth there's a touch of sweetness. Testing the video, and my face looks really dark. If I say follow my face and see if I look better. Punch on where I'm going to end up, because I'm lighter when I'm closer, but it doesn't follow my face like my camera does. So right there is where my face is going to be. Man, it doesn't seem to make any difference. It's been a few seconds. All right, so I know this is not a pumpkin pie beer. I get it. It's not a pumpkin pie beer. But what goes best on pumpkin pie? Ice cream? How about whipped cream? So we have a Smirnoff. It was been in the freezer, but it's been sitting out here while I've been setting up. So the Smirnoff, I don't know if this is actually malt liquor. No, triple distilled vodka. So it is vodka. Now I don't know why does that always look brighter right there? I'm not in shade. That is so bizarre to me. Anyway, my face looks so dark. Anyway, I gotta get that light out. I don't even know where that thing is. Oh, I made me put a lot of stuff away not too long ago, and now I can't find anything. Oh, okay, now, I understand this is full of artificial crap, but it does smell like kind of a generic whipped cream. So this is whipped cream vodka infused with natural flavors. It does have a vanilla-ness to it. And I do have a vanilla one, and I've got some other stuff that I'm going to be trying over the course of several days. So anyway, wow, that combination is very interesting. Got some alcohol warmth. Now, I don't know if they make a full bottle of this, but I can't imagine drinking a full bottle. But I can definitely see having this sample. That's like nearly perfect combination. I'm very tempted to just dump it in, but remember, you got to hold it, take a sip. Wow. And this was suggested, I don't know her name. She's the thin, tall one. They're all, I would say older, but they're all younger than I am. Most of them probably by at least 15 years, maybe more. But she suggested this. She's like, what about a whipped cream? And I was like, sold. And I think this is 99 cents. I'm not positive. I was just picking out flavors. I wasn't looking at prices. That is really good combination. I mean, that is a 5 out of 5 combo. Whipped cream Smirnoff with that. Now, I'm tempted to pour some in, but I don't want to waste it. So maybe I'll do that off camera. I don't know. Man. I mean, this even has a thicker mouth feel to it. And I don't know if that's just a suggestion because of the flavor. That's awesome. And so for an end credit scene, this was pretty long, almost 3 minutes. So you got your money's worth today, definitely. That is a fantastic combination. You got to try it. Let me know what you think, and goodbye.